Alright, good morning, afternoon, or evening, everyone. Today I'm going to be covering the Tier 8 premium battleship, the Vanguard. It was requested in the last fresh look, which was around 6 months ago. So I'm sorry, it's been ages since I've done this series. Basically, for those of you tuning in for the first time of the series, this is where I cover premium ships from the game. I've already covered a number of them, but there's a lot of ships I haven't covered. Please take a look at the playlist Fresh Look on my channel. To see what I've covered already. If you would like to request a ship, please leave it in the comments below. I will try to not take 6 months for the next video this time, okay? But please leave a comment on the video of what ship you want to see in the next one. But this is Vanguard, of course. So let's start off with the armor layout for the ship. We have 32mm nose armor, 32 deck, 32 aft, and then we also have Citadel, which actually sits quite high. Oh, not that. It does sit quite high above the water. So if you're full broadside, if you're showing cheek, you're gonna get smashed. So you have to be really careful with the Vanguard. Because, well, the armor's all 32, which isn't too big of an issue because it's a tier 8 battleship. But the Citadel sits really high, so you are exposed to getting Citadel by people. I believe Vanguard was the last battleship built by the British. Actually, maybe probably the last battleship ever built in the world. But anyway. So for my commander build, I'm going to be running a standard battleship build, preventative maintenance, gun feeder, grease the gears, brisk, adrenaline rush, concealment expert, fire prevention expert, and emergency repair expert. For equipment, I'm running concealment system mod 1, prop mod 1, aiming system mod 1, damage control system mod 1, and main armaments mod 1. For exterior, for the camouflage available on the Vanguard, this is what it looks like. This is the alternate. I prefer the normal one, of course. I think the normal one looks pretty good. I'll cover the ship characteristics right now. If you want to skip straight to the gameplay, guys, you totally can. I'll keep the video down here chaptered for you guys so you can skip. So for HP, we have 71,700 with a 25% torp protection damage reduction. Main guns, we have 25-second reload on 8 guns. 381 sorry, I just zoned out. For a 381mm caliber, 20km range. You do have improved HE pen, I believe, at 95, which is nice. For airstrike, I mean, whatever. Yeah, A defense, it's kind of whatever as well, I believe. It doesn't have DFA, unlike something like Hood. Maneuverability, it goes 31.5 knots with a speed flag, 850-meter turning circle radius, and 9.7-second rudder shift. As you can see, very good rudder shift time. Reminds me of something like Thunder or Conquer Unique Upgrade, which is nice. And the concealment is 12.6, which isn't the best, I believe, but it's pretty decent. 12.6 in general. But yeah, I think we should go into the game in the Vanguard. Alright, here we are in the Vanguard. On what map is this? Two Brothers. Probably one of my least favorite maps in the game, guys, to be honest with you. I think Two Brothers sucks. The reason I think it sucks is actually if you spawn on a flank like this, it's not too bad. But if you spawn mid, the problem I find with it, as at least when it's not a CV game, is if you pick the wrong flank, you get smashed because you're like, oh, well, I'm not sure where I should go, and then you pick the flank, and then sometimes you get a wrong flank when there's no ships or they're all pre-kited, and you get no farms, so you have to cross the map again, and then maybe the team dies once you cross the map again. But you know, whatever, just a little problem. But I think spawning on the flank isn't too bad because we can at least play the flank, which is nice. So something I want to note on the Vanguard with this build, brisk, we go 34.6 knots, which is quite decently fast, I would say. Something like. Also, I think the ship looks gorgeous. I don't know. It was built, by the way. This is a case of a ship that was built, which is nice. But anyway, so we have four turrets of 380mm each, so not too high caliber guns, not 406. We can't overmatch a 27, for example. But what's nice is our HE is, I believe, improved. Our fire chance isn't crazy. It's 34%. But we do have 95mm pen, and the reload's pretty decent on Vanguard. Something you must keep in mind also is the accuracy on Vanguard is pretty good. So that's gonna mean we're gonna be able to land more shell hits per salvo than, for example, something, so another 8-gun battleships, for example, like something like Tirpitz or something, or Bismarck. Of course, the accuracy is higher than those, so you know. But of course, those ships have other trade-offs. For example, you get secondaries, you get better armor, and you also get hydro or torps on them. Especially the hydro is pretty useful, I would say. Torps, I don't really care about the torps. But anyway, for Vanguard, I think something similar playstyle-wise would be the Thunder, to be honest. Now, of course, Thunder is a significantly better version than Vanguard. Because, well, it's a tier 10, it has 457s, so it overmatches the cruisers at tier. But still, I would say it's something very similar due to the rudder shift time and kind of like how you mix and match AP and HE regardless. That's what you're supposed to be doing in the ship. You're not supposed to be firing only HE or only AP, guys. You're supposed to be using both ammo types. Now, in this case, we got 6k with HE and around 12k with AP. But I do believe the Talon will angle here. So we might actually switch to HE. We have 20-kilometer range. We have no means to buff the range at tier 8. We don't have range mods, and we don't have spotter planes. Not like we would take range mod regardless. If anything, we would take reload mod. Especially with such a good reload. Or even a bad reload. There's no real point to take range mod on something like Thunder, or Vanguard, or Conqueror. But yeah, this could be a good ship to train your captains if you're grinding the British line. Of course, I would run a different build on the Conqueror itself. If you want to see a full video on Conqueror, I haven't done one of those thought process videos in a while, where I kind of just play 2 games, live commentary. I could do one on Conqueror or any other ship realistically. I don't think I've ever actually covered a battleship in that series. But if you guys really want to watch a thought process, I know I haven't posted those in a long time. They used to be my most viewed videos, actually. Let me know. One more issue about the Vanguard I want to mention is the gun angles on the Vanguard. Woo! It's the gun angles on the Vanguard. Now, what's so bad about the firing angles on the Vanguard? Well, if you want to shoot targets when you're kited like this, you're gonna have to give a lot of broadside to use all your guns. And in this case, when there's 2 ships shooting us on our broadside, it's pretty bad. So we can't say at something like a tight angle like this, for example, in some other ships, we have to give this much side, which isn't full broadside. But remember, the Citadel, we talked about it, it's pretty big, so you have to be really careful regardless. Anyway, I think we should switch focus to this Bismarck, actually.
An enemy submarine.
There is an enemy submarine, but he's out of ASW range, so I'm not really going to be able to do much about it. Vanguard's playstyle, I wouldn't say it's anything too exciting, to be honest, guys. One thing I want to mention is once I had a situation in a game where I was fighting a Conqueror and a Thunder in my Vanguard, and I actually, on stream by the way, and somehow I actually beat both of them. But they were pretty bad, I think. The fact that one Vanguard would beat 2 of those. And I got like a lot of damage that game, I think. But yeah, I don't think that's something you should be expecting to do. Because that's just lucky that the players were bad. So we're relying a bit on fires here, to be honest. I could shoot a superstructure with AP. But I kind of want the fire damage here. Oh! They're in the cap, guys. That's Ben. Oh, we're in a cap too. But I don't want to cap up. Wait, what? Okay. The cap in 5 minutes? I don't want the game to end too fast, guys. That would suck dick. But it's okay. Maybe, I guess, this is our sign to play super aggressive in Vanguard? Maybe. Let's turn around. I'm not gonna go defend the cap because I'm a Vanguard against whatever DD that is, so I'm just gonna get torped. Hopefully someone decides to do it, or we do lose. I got 8k there with HE. Sadly, I was aiming pretty bad, I guess. Sort of past like 10 salvos, and I'm sorry if I made any of you guys mad in the comment section. But yeah, I mean, if you land your shells, you are going to get a lot of damage. He did DCP there. We can see the lights of the DCP popping. Are we gonna defend though? Okay, we are. Kate is gonna go back. But it is a split, so he can radar it. So I have to be really careful about that. And we are getting reset in ours. This is a bit of a problem. I would say we send our Wiesbaden back because he has 5 cam Hydro and he could probably outgun the split pretty easily. Bismarck DCP. Looks like someone really lit him on fire. There's 2 DDs in our home cam. That is a bit of a problem for our Ged. Because if he gets radared, he's gonna get smashed. We have no means of spotting the DDs right now unless our Wiesbaden goes back. Can't shoot those from here. I don't really want to go back. I don't see what I do against 2 DDs right now. And it looks like we're kind of capping their home cap anyway. I would say they're going to contest it though, so that doesn't really matter. That's not part of the equation. Did I just get pinged? No! That is a problem. And it is a tier 8 submarine. So... Now, I don't know if it's just me, but it looks like Vanguard has pretty decent acceleration. But it could just be normal acceleration, to be honest. But hey, it looks pretty decent. Maybe that's scope, but still.
Torpedoes to starboard.
No way, man. I mean, I can't dodge these, but it's okay. At least they're not gonna flood me out. Ew, don't hurt me. Not too bad.
Problem solved, sir.
I'm gonna actually pre-kite again and point towards his DDs. Oh my god, this submarine, man. Ping the Tirpids, bro. He's in the open, bro. I'm behind the rocks. Hello? I'm behind islands, man. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, can they turn into the rock? I think I'm dead, guys. Please don't hit me. Okay, we do dodge the torps from the submersible, which is nice. We are actually losing pretty hard right now. 4 ships to 2 ships. It looks like we're gonna cap out their cap somehow. I mean, our Benson's not getting reset at all, which is pretty, I mean, interesting regardless. But I am a bit sad because the game's gonna end a bit too fast, I guess, regardless. Oh, nothing. Their lightning went back and he's about to clap our Benson, which is okay because our Wiesbaden's here to protect our cap, so it doesn't really matter if we lose our Benson here. I mean, it would suck, but hopefully he gets reset regardless. He's not getting... Oh, now he got reset. Perfect. That gives us a lot more game time. I know it's cringe, guys, but we do want to actually play the game when we have the availability to. I personally would like to play the match for as long as physically possible. We're up to 95k damage, another fire. Now, I know those of you guys who are watching and are like, use AP, man! I mean, I would, guys, but it's an angled Richelieu, guys. I mean, it's not... I mean... It's not probably better than just getting straight up fire damage, right? It's probably just not better. But it's okay. As long as we kill the Richelieu, I don't really mind. My scare right now is a submarine. I don't know where he is exactly. He could be like smashing me with fucking torps, and I wouldn't know. I need to accelerate. Now, I know submarines have the 3-kilometer thing, where if they're under 3 kilometers, they're not going to do much damage. But let's say he's at 3.5 torping me, and I'm just sitting here. I'm not even moving. He could Giga smash me. Another fire, by the way. Up to 10 fires. 10 fires, by the way, which is pretty decent. There's a submarine. We know where he is now. He's going to burn out. Yeah, he does. No arsonist, sadly, but that's okay. I'm gonna DCP the ping again, and I'm gonna turn this way, and then I'm gonna turn all the way out and try to farm the Bismarck again, because I don't think going mid is a good idea here, to be honest.
Problem solved, sir.
I'm gonna turn all the way around. Oh, not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet.
Torpedoes are stirred.
We see the submarine, we see that he's turning, so we're gonna shoot for his turn. I would like to run at the Talon and Bismarck, but I honestly think it's pretty bad what I'm gonna do here. It's gonna take me quite a long time. We can, I guess, get the submarine fight on. Got a splash damage and a flood and a fire, which doesn't really do much. We needed a direct hit for sure. He is permanently flooding though, and on fire, so that's nice. He is moving, he's pinged here. Just wait for his next oil stick, maybe there. So it's probably gonna be like there. He's going pretty fast, I guess. Underwater or something. I don't know how fast salmon goes underwater. He's gonna be... Well, he's actually gonna be pretty close to those bombers. Oh, I got him! Direct hit, blind.
Enemy submarine.
Pretty wild, guys. Anyway, the reason I'm going wide here and not mid is, well, for one, we have teammates mid, so I don't really need to go there. And I think it's easier for me to get shots on a target, right, like quicker, like this, than going mid, to be honest. Oh, it looks like their Talon's about to explode to our Tirpids, secondaries, and main guns. I'm gonna load AP for it. I don't know if I overmatched Talon. I do believe Talon armor's 25. We do overmatch then. But so does Tirpids, and Tirpids is way closer to him. Another nice thing is the tire traverse is pretty fast on the Vanguard. I mean, this ship, honestly, listen, this ship, I think everyone claps on it because it's like, it looks bad. But I actually pretty like the I like the ship quite a lot. Now, I don't play it much. I've only have 15 games total, including this game now, of course, in the ship. My average damage, we'll take a look at the statistics after this game, is around 118,000, I would say. Which is pretty good for a tier 8 battleship, for sure. You can farm damage, for sure, because the HE is usable, and the AP is usable, and the accuracy is good, so it rewards good play, for sure. The only downside is it's not tanky. You can't really push too easily in it. So in terms of pushing ability, it's going to be your kind of weak point of the ship. But you have pretty decent kite potential. You know, it is definitely my playstyle type of ship in terms of not aggressive. I don't really like playing aggressive as much. I feel like this is good. It rewards good accuracy. It rewards good aim, etc. The only problem with the ship that I found is my win rate. I mean, I think I only played solo in it, but still, I mean, the win rate is pretty miserable so far. But I've only played it 15 games regardless. The damage is good. Win rate just comes over time, I guess, of course. If I play the ship a bunch more. If you want to see me cover it on stream or something, you can come and ask. You know, I hope you enjoyed this video regardless. We got a high caliber, 138,000. Another fire, by the way. Now, of course, I didn't use much AP this game, which could disappoint a lot of you guys in the comments. But I mean, we were fighting angled battleships pretty much most of the game, if not all of the game, and we fought the Talon. Sure, we got an AP Citadel on him, but then he was angled. I don't know. I mean, and he was dark or behind rocks, so we mostly just shot battleships this game. But we did keep their battleships AFK, basically. They couldn't really do anything. Well, of course, our team helped in that regard. They pretty much, our team actually carried, pretty much did everything. I just farmed battleships, but yeah. Pretty decent. We also killed a submarine, by the way. But let's take a look at the score here in the Vanguard. Now, as you know, I do live commentary all these videos, so I cover it. So I'm not like recording the video before and picking a match. I kind of just talk whilst I'm playing, because I know it. Some of you prefer that, so I always do that in these types of videos. So I ended up getting 146,000 damage, 71 shell hits, 2 kills, 12 fires, 1 Citadel. Team score, we ended up getting top of our team, 1.9k base XP. I'll definitely compliment this Tirpids, Wiesbaden, and the submarine guys. I mean, they did play very well. Even if he is a submarine man, he played very well. A detailed report, 43k damage on the Richelieu, 9k on the Salmon, 59k on the Bismarck, 25k on the Talon, and 8k on the Nordkal. 146k damage, mostly from HE and fires. But of course, in a real game, well, not a real game, but like if you have broadsides, guys, you should definitely use the AP. It's not like you shouldn't use the AP. In this game, we just had to shoot angle targets though, so definitely gonna use the HE in that regard. Damage received, 63k. We didn't really have too much pressure this game except from the sub. And this is the credits and XP. For my build, once again, I'm running preventative maintenance, gun feeder, grease the gears, brisk, adrenaline rush, concealment expert, fire prevention expert, and emergency repair expert. For equipment, I'm running concealment system mod 1, prop mod 1, aiming system mod 1, damage control system mod 1, and main armaments mod 1. That is the Vanguard. For my statistics for the ship, I always cover them in this type of video. My win rate is dog, guys. Just to give you a little taser here. My win rate in the Vanguard is pretty bad, but it's okay. In terms of like, do I play the ship much? No, I don't play the ship at all, almost, because I just play Conquer or something. I feel like it's just like, I mean, I can just play Conquer, right? Why would I need to play Vanguard? But anyway, 15 games, 53% win rate. The win rate is pretty bad, but the damage 119k average, which is pretty decent overall. I mean, it is a decent ship, of course. But the win rate, of course, I need to fix. But that doesn't really matter. It's not really a ship I try hard in. Well, it's not actually. I don't really try hard in many ships, but anyway, it's just 15 games, so it'll get fixed over time. In the next video, I would like to actually cover the Roma. If you guys would like to see a Roma video, let me know. I think the Roma is also a wonderful battleship. And I want to cover that in a future video, of course. So if you want to see that, please let me know in the comments below. For the price of the Vanguard, if we go take a look in the armory ships and we do tier 8 British Battleship, it is 13,300, which is actually quite expensive. So if we actually do tier 8 battleships, it's actually one of the most expensive battleships at the tier. Roma is actually the most. I would love to cover the Roma in a future video, of course. But the Vanguard sits at 13,300 doubloons. It's quite expensive. But it is what it is. Anyway, so what do I think of the Vanguard? Do I recommend it? Honestly, guys, I don't really recommend something like Vanguard for you guys, because you can get, like, okay, it's a good ship with good accuracy and stuff, but it is relatively not, like, okay, it's not easy to play. Like, okay, last game we didn't really do much. We just sat and spawned and shot. But let's say you have a match where you have to play aggressive, you're gonna find it pretty hard. Now the nice thing is the rudder shift, so you can control your angles and not get citadeled and whatever. But definitely need to be careful. I would like to cover the Roma first, and then you guys can make a decision on which is better, I guess. I don't know. I already have a video on Bismarck, by the way. I have a video on Bismarck. It's actually one of my most viewed videos. You guys love Bismarck videos, man. I'm not sure why. Listen, I mean, Bismarck's an amazing ship, but you guys love Bismarck videos, guys. Anyway, so that's in Tech Trials. So we have 2 series, by the way. We have Fresh Look, and we also have sorry, Tech Trials. So Fresh Look and Tech Trials. Fresh Look is where I live commentary premium ships, any tier, upon your request in the comments. And Tech Trials is where I cover Tech Tree ships upon the request in those videos comments. So if you guys are interested in any of those, let me know in the comments. And also I have one more series which is really important, of course, How I Play. I haven't posted that in over a year, but those used to get a lot of video views back in the day. So if you guys want to watch a How I Play of a ship, please recommend in the comments below. That How I Play is only for tier 10 specifically, no other tier. But that's pretty much the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the Vanguard video. Let me know if you do own a Vanguard, if you play it, if you hate it, if you love it, whatever. Let me know in the comments below. And I'll see you in the next video. Big fan.